Welcome. This is Talk of the Nation. Now we will be looking at the Youth Livelihood Program, and of course this began in the financial year 2013-14, where 265 billion was made available to help the youth, the unemployed youth, get startup, capital and be able to fend for their lives, and of course contribute to the economy. But as of now, we have challenges here and there, and of course there are some achievements. And tonight with us to discuss this and more is Paul Onapa, the National Program Manager for the Youth Livelihood Program. Welcome to NTV.
Thank you very much, and good evening our viewers.
We will start from the point. You've been talking here and there, and what we know is that about 21 billion shillings has been recovered from some of the people who took loans and did not pay back. And you have a balance of about 10 billion shillings not recovered. I want to start at that point. What are the measures, to recover this money?
Thank you very much, and once again, good evening, our viewers. First is to give information that the Youth Livelihood Program commenced in financial 2013-2014 with the main objective of supporting the youth to create self-employment opportunities and enhance their incomes. This is being achieved through provision of interest-free revolving funds. And with this, we have to date financed up to 16,439 youth projects, which has benefited 200,800 youth. And this being a revolving fund, as you noted, we have recovered 21.8 billion shillings out of the 30.7 that is due, which gives us a 69% performance rating, which is very, very commendable.
Not so long ago, we had an article in one of the dailies, telling us that 527 million was distributed to, ghost youth groups and, of course, individuals. How do you account for this money?
First of all, is to note that the Youth Livelihood Program is a highly participatory program involving different stakeholders playing different roles at different stages. Selection is not done by one person. There is a selection committee at the sub-county level, which comprises the sub-county chief, the community development officer, and the youth chairperson. These take the youth through a rigorous process, through up to the district and up to the ministry. And these youth who get the funds, we have all the information. We have their names, their contacts, and even their photos. So it is not true that there are ghost groups under YLP, because these groups are known, they receive money, they sign financing agreements, so there are no ghost groups. But what some people have been terming as ghost groups are those groups that were affected by natural calamities. They are those groups that because of internal challenges, probably some disintegrated, or those that changed location. So those ones still are being handled on a case-by-case basis. And indeed, for example, those that were affected by natural calamities have been supported with refinancing and rescheduling, and most of them are back on track. It is only a few cases where groups disintegrated due to intentions to defraud government that we have partnered with sister institutions such as the police, the IGG, to recover the funds. So I wanted to clarify that we don't have anything as ghost groups under the Youth Livelihood Program.
Well, the ghost groups, and of course these figures originate from the Auditor General's report for the financial year ending June 2016. So, your word against the Auditor General's report, who is, telling us the truth and who is not?
That is what I clarified, that what they are looking as ghost groups are simply those groups that either changed location or groups that disintegrated because of individual challenges or conflicts, or groups that were affected by natural calamities. But they are not ghosts. They exist. We know where they are. We have their telephone contact. We have their photos, and we have engaged them. As I said, some have been refinanced and they're back on track. Others, we are continuing to support them and to follow them, especially those that changed location. We have tracked them. We have a database of each and every project. So that's what I wanted to clarify.
All right. Now, that clarification, of course, it leads me to another issue. Is there a breakdown of communication between you and the Auditor General? Why does the Auditor General need to say they are ghosts when there is an explanation for those people?
No, there is no breakdown. We have provided information and will continue to sensitize the public about the operational modalities of the Youth Livelihood Program, so people understand how the program operates in terms of how beneficiaries are selected, how monitoring is conducted, the roles of the different stakeholders, the youth leaders, the local governments, the ministry. All these put together strengthen the program in a very participatory manner.
What are some of the achievements in terms of people who have actually started up the businesses and they have managed to succeed?
The achievements are very many. I believe you have been seeing clips where the minister has been visiting, like in Kampala. And indeed, from the time we started, the first achievement is in relation to the objective of the program, which is to create self-employment opportunities. And indeed, we have created over 200,000 direct jobs and over 500,000 indirect jobs among the youth. We have also succeeded in enhancing the incomes among the youth. Last year, we conducted a process evaluation that indicated to us that indeed 34% of the youth groups had recorded increased incomes, and up to 40% had reported multiplier effects at household level in terms of their standards of living. But it is also very important for us to note that we have, through the program, supported financial inclusion of the youth. Remember, these are those that were hitherto unbankable and not reached by the formal financial sector. And because of our financing modalities through the banks, they have been able to participate in the economy. But also skills transfer has happened. Most of these people are people who didn't have any skills at all. Those who are doing metal fabrication, who are doing those who are doing hairdressing, bakery and others. So they have acquired a skill that has enabled them to sustain a living. But it's also very important for us to note that to date we have up to 218 projects which have finished 100% recovery of funds, and these are ready to transition into small scale and medium-sized enterprises. And also very important for us to note is that the enterprises are in value addition. The enterprises are promoting import substitution. So these are some of the key achievements for which we have seen in the program.
Okay. The Minister for Youth, Nachwala Chinji, earlier on said that there was some discrepancies in terms of this, distribution of the money. What's your response?
They are not discrepancies per se, but like any other program, we do have challenges. And some of the challenges which we experienced or witnessed is, the first is on the group size. We did realize that indeed the number of 10 to 15 is on the higher side and probably could have caused some bit of cohesion challenges. So this is now being addressed through our proposal to review the number and reduce it to a minimum of at least 5 to make that manageable at a group level for them to have effective cohesion. We also realized a challenge about the mindset among the youth. Some youth do want quick things. They want to get money today and get rich tomorrow. And because of that, when they enter into business and are battered by the business challenges, some tend to give up. But we're also trying to strengthen this through focusing on existing groups, strengthening, training, support, supervision, so that we keep track with the groups. But also very importantly for us to note is that the other challenge which we have indeed faced is the challenge relating to violation of guidelines by probably some stakeholders, whether at local government or within the youth themselves. And this, we have addressed it through sanctions, both at local government level and as well as at among group level, and also are partnering with sister institutions. As I noted earlier, the Office of the IGG, the police, and indeed some staff have been interdicted, as well as some groups have been apprehended or arrested to have the funds recovered. I want to conclude with understanding what the future of this program will be. Is it something you intend to run over time, or does it have a lifetime or lifeline? Yes, first of all, on the future is very bright. This is a revolving fund which is being revolved to finance new projects at the lower local government level. The youth population is very big, and indeed the youth have embraced the program, and we hope to continue running this program. We are even now repositioning the projects to be financed and are focusing more on projects that promote value addition, projects that promote import substitution, because we think there is a huge opportunity for for tackling the unemployment challenge in Uganda.
Thank you very much, Paul Onapa, the National Program Manager for the Youth Livelihood Program, for joining us tonight. And of course, giving us some information of what you people have been doing there.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for inviting us.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That is Talk of the Nation tonight. We'll take a short break and we'll return with sport.